The Ministry of Human and Social Service commenced consultations on the new draft for the Progressive Family Violence Bill on Tuesday at the Artichon Convention Center. During the consultation, it was revealed by Darshan Ramdhani, a civil lawyer attached to the Supreme Court of Guyana, that the first order of business as it relates to the bill was to rename the Act from the Domestic Violence Act to the Family Violence Act. The new act will encapsulate all forms of violence between family members.
This will include violence between persons involved in intimate relationship, as well as other family members, extended family members, whether formally recognized in law or not.
According to Ramdhani, the current legislation's rhetoric, which highlights the concept of cohabitants, a man and a woman's relationship, has held the court back as it relates to protection. He added that the current act contains a list of persons who can apply for protection.
The new categories of persons who will be granted protection if this becomes law is almost anyone, yes? And you do not have to be in a relationship. You could be courting, you could be visiting someone. And all of this, the LGBTQ community, it is hoped, will be caught under here.
Ramdhani explained that the language in the new bill is transparent, allowing anyone regardless of gender and sexual orientation to go to the court and be given protection. The lawyer noted that according to the bill, a family member is someone who is considered a relative of the respondent in accordance with any tradition or contemporary social practice.
The Amerindian communities, if we have any arrangement which is not formally recognized in law, but you consider someone to be a family member because they've been living in an unrecognized setting, meaning they're simply living in the home.
Ramdhani added that in the creation of the new bill, provisions have been put in place which speaks to all categories of violence, eliminating all restrictions on the violence one can be protected from, which is a fundamental shift in law. Meanwhile, in the hopes that this bill becomes law, Ramdhani expressed that one of the provisions that the bill will contain is in the event that a police officer responds to a report made by a victim and is made to believe that serious violence has been inflicted on the victim, the police officer will be mandated to make an arrest.
Now, he cannot tell the victim, the way this is crafted, that you have the opportunity to tell me not to arrest. The law is going to tell him that he can't tell that. He cannot also attempt to mediate and resolve the situation.
In January 2022, the ministry received reports of recommendations to update the Domestic Violence Act and new and emerging forms of violence, family violence, following a legislative analysis of the 1996 Act. I am Renata Burnette, reporting for the HGP Nightly News.